Let's talk about the biggest sale weekend of the year, Black Friday. If you're a photographer who's never launched anything for Black Friday before, it can feel intense. You open your inbox and every subject line is screaming in all caps. Everywhere you look, it's countdown timers, massive discounts, and last chance banners. It's easy to feel like you need to do the same thing to be seen. But here's the truth. You don't. You don't need to shout to be successful. You just need a plan that fits you. That's what this episode is about. Helping you approach Black Friday in a way that doesn't feel chaotic, forced, or fake. If this is your first time running a digital product promotion, it's really tempting to overcomplicate everything. You think you need a big launch, a funnel, a ton of graphics. But what you really need is clarity. Black Friday isn't about doing more, it's about doing less, with focus. You don't have to compete with huge brands. You don't have to lower your prices until it hurts. You just have to create something valuable and communicate it clearly. The first thing I want you to remember is this. You don't need to discount everything. You don't even need to discount at all. Sometimes adding value is stronger than cutting price. Instead of taking 50% off, maybe you bundle 2 products together, or add a bonus mini guide, or include a short video training. That feels generous without lowering your worth. Photographers especially fall into the trap of thinking discounts equal momentum. But the best sales I've ever had didn't come from slashing prices. They came from showing how my products actually help people. When your audience understands the benefit, they don't care about the percentage off. They care about the result. If you're selling digital products like templates, guides, or checklists, your audience isn't looking for the cheapest version. They're looking for the clearest solution. So that's what your marketing should highlight. Now let's talk about timing. The biggest mistake I see first-time creators make is waiting until the week of Black Friday to start talking about their offer. By then, everyone's inbox is flooded. People are overwhelmed. You need to start before the noise starts. A week ahead at least. That's when you begin dropping hints. Talk about what's coming. Build curiosity. Warm people up. Post something like, I've got something helpful coming next week for photographers who want to simplify their workflow before the holidays. That line alone will make people pay attention. By the time your actual sale launches, they're already interested. You're not surprising them. You're delivering what you promised. Another key point, keep your offer simple. One product, one clear message. Don't confuse your audience with too many choices. When you try to sell 5 things at once, people freeze and buy nothing. Pick one hero offer, the product that gives the most value and represents what you want to be known for. Make that your focus. If you have smaller products, use them as bonuses or add-ons. Say, buy the toolkit and get the checklist free. That's more powerful than trying to sell everything individually. The more focused your message, the easier it is for people to understand and act on. When I ran my first digital Black Friday promo, I didn't even discount anything. I added a limited time bonus, a behind-the-scenes workflow walkthrough. It didn't cost me anything but time, and it doubled my sales. People didn't buy because it was cheaper. They bought because it felt like a deal with purpose. That's what I want you to remember. You don't have to chase hype. You can build intention. If you're nervous about promoting your product more than once, remember, Black Friday is the one weekend people expect to be sold to. They're looking for offers. They're waiting for you to tell them what you've got. This is not the time to stay quiet. You can talk about your product multiple times that week and no one will think less of you. They'll appreciate the reminders. You can make your posts about different angles. One post could talk about the time-saving benefit. Another could highlight who it's for. Another could show a customer quote. Variety keeps your content interesting while staying on topic. Now let's talk visuals. You don't need flashy graphics, you just need clarity. Use simple Canva layouts with your product image and bold, readable text. Black background, white text, maybe one accent color that fits your brand. Clean, modern, easy to read. If you're creating videos or reels, speak directly to camera. Keep it real. Say what your product helps with. Show your face. That authenticity always wins over polished promos. You can even reuse clips from older videos. Add updated text overlays that mention your Black Friday offer. You don't need to reinvent everything for one weekend. What matters is consistency. Your message should look and sound the same everywhere. Same phrasing, same tone, same promise. That repetition builds recognition. Let's also talk about boundaries. I know how easy it is to burn out during sale season. You feel like you have to post nonstop, but you don't. Schedule your posts ahead of time, write your captions early. Then, when the sale starts, just check in once or twice a day. Your energy is part of your brand. If you're exhausted or overwhelmed, people can feel it. Protect your peace during the sale. That calm energy will attract more buyers than panic ever will. And please don't compare your results to someone else's. Your business is unique, your audience is unique, your timing, product, and price are yours. Black Friday isn't a competition, it's an experiment. You're learning what works. Even if you only make a few sales, that's still proof that your idea has potential. Every sale is data, every launch teaches you something. If something doesn't go the way you hoped, don't label it as failure. Ask yourself what it taught you. Maybe your offer was great, but your timing was off. Maybe your product needs a clearer description. Every time you try again, you'll get better. No one's first Black Friday is perfect, but every one of them builds momentum for the next. You'll start to see patterns. You'll start to understand your audience more. You'll start to plan ahead. That's how you grow. Now that you've got the basics down, let's talk about how to actually plan your Black Friday flow. The steps before, during, and after your sale that make it work without chaos. You don't need a huge strategy. You just need a clear rhythm. Think of it like planning a mini photo session day, and there's a prep phase, a show-up phase, and a wrap-up. Start with the prep phase. That's everything you do 1 to 2 weeks before the sale. This is when you start building curiosity. Drop gentle hints. Talk about how you're working on something new. You don't even have to say Black Friday yet. Just plant seeds. If you're making a post, you could say, I've been working on something exciting that'll help photographers simplify their client workflows before the new year. That's it. You've teased it. People start wondering. Then, a few days before your sale begins, start sharing a few more details. You might post, mark your calendar. Something special is coming this Friday. That one line creates anticipation without feeling pushy. Now let's talk about the show-up phase. Launch week itself. This is where most creators panic. But here's the truth. You don't have to post every hour. You just need a few intentional touch points. One pre-launch post, one announcement post, a reminder halfway through, and a final call near the end. Each of those posts can highlight something different about your product. The first one can focus on why you made it. The second can explain what it includes. The reminder can focus on who it helps. The last one can speak to how it changes things. That keeps your content fresh without repeating yourself. Your caption doesn't need to be long. 2 or 3 sentences is plenty. Clear, confident, calm. You can also repurpose. Use snippets of older videos, turn a blog paragraph into a caption, use behind-the-scenes photos of you building your product. Keep it real. When you talk about your offer, avoid the hard sell. Don't lead with buy now, lead with empathy. Say something like, if you've been overwhelmed by client work, this might help you find your flow again. That's marketing with care. If you're offering a bundle or bonus, keep it easy to understand. Say, when you grab my workflow templates this weekend, you'll also get my new email checklist for free. No long explanations, just clarity. Now, let's talk about one of the hardest parts, pricing. It's easy to overthink how much to discount. I always tell photographers, start small. You don't need to go 50% off to get attention. Even 15% or 20% feels exciting when your product already has value. If your product is new, you can skip the discount altogether and frame it as a launch celebration. Say, this is my brand new resource and it's available for a special introductory price through Monday. That way, you're creating urgency without devaluing your work. And remember, once you discount something, it's hard to raise the price back up, so keep your sale pricing sustainable. If you're selling multiple products, don't discount them all equally. Pick one hero offer, your best-selling or most valuable product, and make that the star. For everything else, offer smaller bonuses or bundle pricing. It makes your main product look even more valuable by comparison. Next, let's talk about energy, because how you feel during your sale matters more than people realize. If you go into it with dread, it'll show. If you go in with genuine excitement, that'll show too. People buy from energy they want to be around. So before you post, take a deep breath. Remind yourself why you made this product. You're not trying to pressure anyone. You're offering something that could make their life easier. That's it. That's all you need to say. You can also bring some fun into your promotion, use humor, share a behind-the-scenes story, let people see your personality. Maybe you share a story about staying up late trying to fix one line in your guide, or how your dog barked right as you hit record on your promo video. Those moments make you human, and being human sells better than being perfect. People buy from people they like. Now let's look at what happens after your sale starts. The first day is usually the busiest. You'll see a few sales come in. You'll feel that rush of excitement. Then things might slow down. That's normal. It always happens. Don't panic. Don't post frantically or change your offer mid-sale. Stay calm. Use that middle time to share value posts. Things like, here's a quick workflow tip from my guide that's helped me save hours each week. Add a line at the end that says, if you want the full system, it's available through Monday. That keeps your content helpful and relevant. Toward the end of your sale, post one clear reminder. Use gentle urgency. Say, this weekend's offer ends tonight. I don't want you to miss it if you've been thinking about it. You don't have to use countdown clocks or pressure tactics. You just have to be visible. Here's something I want you to remember. People appreciate clarity. They like knowing what's available, when it ends, and what they get. The more transparent you are, the more confident they'll feel buying from you. Now, when your sale ends, it's not really the end. It's the start of something new. Because the data you get from this sale, what sold, what didn't, what people asked about, becomes the foundation for your next launch. You'll start to see what resonates. You'll notice patterns. That's your growth map. So after your sale, take time to reflect. Write down what worked and what didn't. Keep those notes. You'll thank yourself later. And one more thing, celebrate. Even if you only made one sale. Even if you made 0 but learned something valuable. You showed up, you built something, you tried. That's progress. Black Friday isn't about how big your numbers are. It's about showing up and stepping into your role as a creator. You've proven you can do that. So your Black Friday sale has ended. You've sent the last reminder. The links are closed. Now you sit there staring at your dashboard. Maybe excited, maybe a little disappointed, maybe just tired. That feeling is completely normal. Every creator feels it. What matters now is what you do next. This is where most people stop. They close the tab, they move on, but this is actually the most important part, because reflection turns effort into wisdom. Take a few quiet minutes. Write down what you learned, what worked well, what felt stressful, what would you change next time. You think you'll remember, but trust me, you won't. The notes you make now will guide you for next year. Look at your numbers, but don't judge them. They're information. If you made 5 sales, great. 5 people trusted you. That's 5 humans you helped. If you made 0, it's still data. It tells you something about your timing, your message, or your visibility. Nothing is wasted. You might even email the people who bought. Ask them one simple question, what made you say yes? Their answers will be gold. They'll tell you exactly what words or visuals resonated. Use that for your next launch. Now let's talk about what to do with your offer after the sale. You don't have to take it down. In fact, you shouldn't. Keep it available at its regular price. Mention it now and then. Keep it visible. Sales weekends give products momentum. Don't let that momentum die. You can shift your message from limited offer to this resource is now part of my shop. That transition feels natural and keeps your product alive year-round. And if you added bonuses for Black Friday, you can repurpose them too. Turn that bonus checklist into a lead magnet. Turn your bundle into a new product tier. Nothing goes to waste. You can even share a post thanking your buyers. Keep it personal. Say something like, I'm so grateful for everyone who supported my first Black Friday launch. You made this milestone feel incredible. Gratitude posts build connection and make people want to support you again. Now, let's talk about the emotional side, because this part can feel weird. After the rush of launch week, the silence feels heavy. You go from constant posting and DMs to nothing. That crash is real. It's easy to start doubting yourself again, but that quiet doesn't mean you failed. It means you did something brave. Take a break. Go outside. Do something creative that isn't tied to selling. Let your brain breathe. You earned that space. Once you've rested, come back and look at the bigger picture. Black Friday is just one weekend. Your business isn't built in one weekend. It's built through consistency, through all the little things you do in between. The teaching, the showing up, the connecting. Use this experience as proof that you can do hard things. You handled the planning, you handled the posting, you handled the nerves. That's growth. Next year, it'll feel easier. You'll start earlier, you'll have better systems, you'll write better captions. That's how this works. Each round builds on the last. Here's the part most creators miss. Your Black Friday buyers are now part of your community. Treat them that way. Send them a thank you email a few weeks later. Offer them something extra, maybe a small bonus video or a behind-the-scenes peek at what you're building next. Keep them engaged. People who buy from you once are the most likely to buy again. You can even ask them for testimonials. A few sentences from a happy customer can make a massive difference the next time you launch. Every sale you make now builds trust for your future self. That's how you create sustainability. Now let's talk about something you might not expect. Your next step doesn't have to be another sale. It can be storytelling. Share what you learned. Post about what surprised you. Talk about what it was like to run your first digital promotion. Those posts pull people in. They show authenticity. They make others think, if she can do it, maybe I can too. That's how your influence quietly expands. And if you're already thinking about next year, start planning in small steps. Add a note to your calendar for September to begin preparing your graphics and copy. Write a few new emails. Collect testimonials as you go. When November rolls around again, you'll be ready, not rushed. If there's one thing I want you to take away from this episode, it's this. Your first Black Friday sale isn't about the money. It's about proof. Proof that you can create something of value. Proof that you can show up and sell with integrity. Proof that you can build something that supports you beyond sessions. That's huge. You've stepped into a new version of yourself, a creator who shares knowledge, not just images. That mindset shift opens so many doors. Maybe your next launch will be a small course, maybe a toolkit, maybe a community. You never know where this leads. But now you've started. You've proven to yourself that you can do this. And that confidence will carry you through every future launch. Black Friday is just one chapter in your digital product story. You don't have to master it all right away. You just have to stay curious, stay kind, and keep learning. Keep your audience at the center. Keep your values close. Keep your marketing honest. When you lead with heart, the sales will follow in their own time. So here's your reminder. You did something important. You showed up for your business. You tried something new. That's how you build a sustainable creative life. You don't have to chase the loudest strategies. You just have to be consistent, thoughtful, and true to yourself. That's how your brand stands out, not by shouting louder, but by sounding more like you. And if you want help building that kind of business, one rooted in clarity, confidence, and community, I'd love for you to join us inside the Savvy Shutterbug community on Skool. It's where we talk about everything from marketing to workflow without the fluff. You can also find my courses and digital resources anytime at savvyshutterbug.com. You don't have to go through launch season alone. You can do it with guidance, encouragement, and people who get it. Take what you learned this year, keep what worked, and let go of what didn't. That's growth. That's progress. That's how you keep moving forward, one honest launch at a time.